The Tale of Genji. Sakia, Murasaki Shikibu. Osaka also passionate tears of Shimizu also lover Saki. Garurua place Akiko. Previous Iyo via the following year and once you collapse because fell Hitachi become through to the duty station. When tangled old Jomu. Genji also hold up was rumored to Suma. Heard in the distant country. But did not Naomo Iara sad. Without even flights to the Anshin. The years that died out of the news while embracing the mind which is not common Sakuba wholesale. Utsuzmius was overlaid, unlike the term of office of the limited Kunishii, when only both ends also wandering journey of Genji, which was not expected to. Through Hitachi to next year's autumn was Bellflower came stood the country. Line is the day to be about to exceed the relationship of Osaka. Genji was the day that pilgrimage to come about gun to Ishiyamadera happens to be. Previously from Kyoto, Kii Memorial was the son had come to pick other people Ishiyama of Genji. Told the pilgrimage, because the middle is congested. As hero keep beyond the early Osaka Yama. Hitachi through but as of hurried the road standing OMI of the Inip Dawn. Is not floor tomb in many woman car. By the time you come to the beach of the launch, Genji is that it has exceeded the other Owada mountain, who came towards the countless east, which served as precursor, because there were of a sorry number of people much give way. Hitachi and the row ended up all dismounted in Guanshan, such as lower you skills the car under the cedar here and there, trying to mokuso the passage of Genji while certainly among the trees did. Woman car also part is left to later. In part although that had been to such as spears to earlier. It should be noted but still looked like a clan of flashy local secretary lot of family class. If there is a car of about 10 units in there. Color preferences of sleeves that issue the outside was beautiful without inakabi. Watch car out to Saiku of downward of the day seemed. It become the era of light of Genji is also exhibited. Many of Zuichi who have come to hope too much to bear everyone eyes on a single line of Hitachi. Because was in September of 30 days. In between the mountains of autumnal leaves of extensive dark pale crimson. From about the mouth of Osaka-yama to be overlooked as contaminated with yellow grass of Shimigare. Also came out to quickly once such as the samurai of thick fabric and tying dyed Ryoso of Fusuma Sugata had been without a kind of beauty. Genji of the car had been pulled down the blind. Now call to the nearby Kimi old small that is to Mijim and Sasaki. I also found in indifferent sister me that today thus Saki welcomed. He said such. The out of the heart come to mind are a variety of I think. Is a Genji wanted to dodge miss people and direct words. Was that there is no helpless in many places a glance. Woman also was sad. Once upon a time it seems like yesterday. Has been the agony was also followed by agony. Go and come and cough Gataki unexpected constantly the yaw tears Shimizu and people see orchid. His this mood was Hakanama I think that it was not to know. Genji as Mijim and Sasaki came to pick on the day leaving the Ishiyamadera. To not come to the temple in accordance with Genji. That together and sister couple venered into Kyo Sasaki was Shie. Have been very loved by Genji from the time of the boy. But it's also one can also get to the government on the recommendation of Genji. When I was being dismissed of Genji, to Hitachi afraid to be stared to Toro's bygone. But I thought the Genji without a little interesting. Did not say is that the anyone. Mijim and also but not to the extent of the old days and then was supposed to receive the asylum of Genji as a man belonging to the house. Key man such as Mori was also a slight Mamoru Kawachi now. Been dismissed in the right Susumu Kano of his brother. Saw the man who carried out the Genji Desuma is going to be collection special. Mijim and also Mamoru Kawachi also regret the past of Nan. Why he did not blame himself and was probably important to consider. Such as temporary loss and gain. Call the adjuvants. Genji said that one was a letter to his sister Kun. The other person if the other forget likely have love. Nijiem in adjuvances to still think discarded not Genji was surprised. Or that day I have felt that it would one etch with you came well before students in tightly tied to you now what you think. Wakura is none other Hinashi insult, such servants ask the brief Fumichi go to the sea. Does your Sakimori was no matter how envious. It is a letter that I stood a long time since then, but also feel bad rules. By the not forget my heart are always with the intention of the current lover. But you know or not that more is disliked by such a thing. Genji was me saying. Sasaki was brought to the sister of the place received while I feel too good. Please refer to the all means for your reply. Will not Kudasara in the previous as expected. But was I not ready would be marginalized. By I would like to distill kindness in the same way. This use only trouble and I thought it is not in what can be such as you otherwise. Of course a woman you have to hoda sareru in that your love is no one considered a sin. Quote, me GM and Sasaki were to say to the sister and the like. But was Utsuzumi that feel not want much less now. The heart of the true not think the character of Genji obtained in a long time wrote a reply if they were pulled out. Minute clan through the coughing and Shigeki grief if any Seki of Osaka. It has decided feel like a dream. In terms was Urameshika, because there was a person who unforgettable in Genji in terms I missed. The seasons wrote a letter trying to move the hearts of Utsuzumi, of which Itachi Kaiso is to only illness or because of old age. Rising Kokoroboso the prospects would be pessimistic. It was just a word he will be of Utsuzumi to his sons. Everything blame the will as per my wife. I live you must serve in the same way as Winar. Then repeating that, Utsuzumi is Hakume of yourself in bereavement to this good man. Howard Tanai weather will get drifting. Et al. To once again steep world. Hitachi Kai seemed painful to die as seen in the beds. Even if I want to live, it is because also is to not be able to do with only their own will. At the very least one of to leave in this world the only soul for the sake of his wife. Also never to be believed they're sons of mine because of these. To saith, mourned and also I think it was dead still. Sons. For the time being. Because I when asked his Nani father. Me saying just the surface with. But the evil of the nasty. Such as not bear the Utsuzumi came seemed to chase. As per the public mundane of law I think stepmother is of being tormented Koshite. Utsuzumi was grieved by all the blame of their own Hikume. Only from Mamoru Kawachi lustful mind. And the follow-up even now to stepmother. Because my father is Nani had been go asked of you. But is helpless. But because I want to work for your patronage. Please do not the refrain. It is coming to say that like. Sordid ulterior motives also Utsuzumi knew. Do hash only by Shinoa cared unfortunate yourself good people. Once again in sad want when you Koyo approaching these deplorable that became a nun without consulting anyone. Hitachi intervention of the son or daughter also wanted indeed to press the this. Mori Kawachi was Urameshika, yet because I must go to live long future I was to become your and none loathe me. Why would going to a life? I used to that extra. He said such. Thank you for your viewing. If you like please subscribe to the channel. I am very encouraged.